Hi, PerspectaWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Thursday, March 21st. A heavy rain event is unfolding for the Mid-Atlantic region around an intensifying low-pressure system. That system will move to near the Mid-Atlantic coastline over the next few hours and ultimately reach around the state of Maine by early tomorrow morning. And many spots in the Mid-Atlantic region can receive 2+ inches of rain over the next 12 to 24 hours or so. There's a kind of a banding nature setting up for this particular system, so the rain should vary in intensity in D.C., Philadelphia, New York City later on today into tonight, and certainly there will be times of heavy rainfall, maybe even an isolated thunderstorm late today or tonight associated with this intensifying low-pressure system. Also might want to mention here that coastal flood advisories are out. Combination of the heavy rainfall and the nearly full moon right now certainly raises the chances for some coastal flood issues at high tide later on in the evening. Well, here's the latest radar loop, and we can see the yellow bands here. These represent heavier pockets of rain, and basically kind of a banding nature here, running from south to north already into the D.C. metro region. Generally light rain right now in southeastern Pennsylvania. It certainly will pick up in intensity in Philadelphia and certainly in New York City later on today. And again, the heavy rainfall could cause some localized flooding conditions here because grounds are still saturated, and we could expect 2+ inches of rain over the next 12 to 24 hours or so. Well, let's take a look at the upper level forecast maps from last night's 6E GFS model run. We're looking at 500 millibars right now, and there's a lot of energy in the upper part of the atmosphere, not only in this particular system today with the intensifying low pressure area, but there'll be a second wave of energy slamming into the northeast U.S. on Friday, and then we'll have to watch another one crossing the country over the weekend and into the early part of next week. Right now it looks like that may result in low pressure being suppressed south and east of the Mid-Atlantic region. At the same time, colder air comes in, but they're still several days away, and it's something we'll have to closely monitor. Well, here's a look at the 500 millibar height anomaly pattern as of this morning, Thursday morning. Here is a deep upper level feature associated with our intensifying low pressure area right in this region right here. Notice also another wave here slamming into California. That is the one we'll have to watch here in the Mid-Atlantic region for the early or middle part of next week. Well, let's move forward here in time here. These maps from tropicaltidbits.com. And again, this is now by Thursday evening. Strong low pressure right in this region at this particular time. Notice upstream a second wave of energy. That's actually associated with an Arctic frontal system, and it'll play a big role in our weather on Friday here in the northeast U.S. and the Mid-Atlantic region. Let's keep moving forward here. Colder air starts to slide south and east. Now, this is by Friday morning. That low pressure system will move from the Mid-Atlantic region up along the New England coastline, and by tomorrow morning will be in the southern part of Maine. Colder air will start to wrap in, and certainly can expect a changeover to snow in some of the higher elevation inland location regions, interior location regions, basically from upstate Pennsylvania through New York State and New England. This region right in here, let's say from north central Pennsylvania up across interior and higher elevation regions of New York State all the way up into interior New England, can get blasted by snow later on tonight into the day on Friday. This is great news for ski country. All the higher elevation regions in the northeast U.S. could get pounded by some accumulating snow. Again, that's from upstate Pennsylvania all the way through interior sections of New York and New England. And here's that second wave of energy. That keeps it very unstable in the Mid-Atlantic region and northeast U.S. on Friday. Let's move into Friday afternoon. That just rotates in. It'll destabilize the atmosphere. So even though today's low pressure system will be way up in Maine, it remains quite unstable on Friday. We'll have wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour or so in D.C., Philadelphia, New York City. Snow showers are quite likely to be numerous in the northeast U.S., in the Mid-Atlantic region. They certainly can be mixed with rain at times, or even completely rain showers at times in parts of the Mid-Atlantic region. So expect snow and or rain showers in D.C., Philadelphia, New York City, quite likely on Friday afternoon into Friday evening. Wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour or so. Numerous snow showers could whiten the ground up across the northeastern part of the nation on Friday. Let's keep moving forward here. Now we are into Saturday morning, still remaining windy on Saturday here in the I-95 corridor region. Winds could gust up to 40 miles per hour on Saturday. D.C., Philadelphia, New York City, a windy and cold day despite some sunshine. And here's our wave of energy now that we'll have to watch over the upcoming weekend. And notice the wind flow here at 500 millibars come Saturday morning. Northwest across south central Canada into the Great Lakes, and indeed that will push a colder air mass into the Mid-Atlantic region during the early part of next week. Right here by Monday morning, you see northwest flow here bringing colder air into the northeastern part of the nation. Monday itself may start off mild, but by later in the day and certainly Monday night, colder air will push in. And then we have this developing low pressure area. Right now it tends to be suppressed to the south and east of the D.C. metro region, the Philadelphia, New York City metro areas. That is certainly a possibility. That is something that I talked about a couple of days ago, that the colder air could kind of suppress that potential low pressure system that will be likely to be associated with this upper level feature here. But it's something that we still have to watch. Could turn out that Monday just results in some rain showers, mild ahead of the colder air mass. Then we turn colder for Tuesday and Wednesday, and low pressure stays suppressed to the south. So not much to worry about precipitation-wise in the Mid-Atlantic region for Tuesday and Wednesday. But should that shift a little farther to north, it could get interesting here by the middle part of next week. Well, now let's take a look at the surface forecast maps from the 6Z GFS model run. Low pressure, notice 1010 millibars. We'll see how that intensifies over the next 24 hours or so. Let's push forward here, and again, swirls of heavy rain bands moving around this low pressure area as it intensifies. Already here from 1010 millibars early today to 1005 millibars by early this afternoon. Intensification continues, 1,000 millibar low right over the Delmarva Peninsula by early tonight. And again, many areas in this Mid-Atlantic region can receive 2+ inches of rain in this particular heavy rain event. 995 millibars by later on tonight. Still showers continuing in the I-95 corridor region. And here we go now by tomorrow morning. It scoots up towards the southeastern part of Maine. But that upper level feature, that second upper level feature, is still on the doorstep here of the northeast U.S. come tomorrow morning. Notice the intensifying pressure gradient here as well. And then we move into the early afternoon hours on Friday. That 1010 millibar low as of this morning becomes a 984 millibar low over Maine by early tomorrow afternoon. That results in a very tight pressure gradient here throughout the Mid-Atlantic region, northeast U.S. Gusts up to 40 miles per hour or so. And with that secondary piece of energy in the upper part of the atmosphere rotating around into the Mid-Atlantic region and the northeast U.S., expect numerous snow showers, perhaps rain showers as well in the Mid-Atlantic region, but it'll be a very unstable day. Very likely to see some kind of precipitation moving into D.C., Philadelphia, New York City during the afternoon and evening hours on Friday. Right here depicted as rain by the GFS model run of last night, but don't be surprised if snow showers even make it into the I-95 corridor region. Again, look at this tight pressure gradient between a 983 still intensifying low by tomorrow night over Maine and this 1027 high over the western Great Lakes. Very strong winds, up to 40 miles per hour or so later tomorrow night, going into the day on Saturday as well. Finally, the precipitation pulls out of here, but it remains windy and cold on Saturday. Sunday will be a world of difference from Saturday, with a high pressure moving over. This time of the year, anytime you can get calmer conditions with high pressure sitting on top of you. The sun makes a big difference. And we'll be in the 40s on Saturday with even lower wind chill values, but close to 60 degrees in some parts of the I-95 corridor on Sunday afternoon. Noticeably milder, noticeably calmer conditions. And then we'll focus our attention on both the colder air mass dropping southeastward from central Canada towards the mid-Atlantic region and northeast U.S. early next week. Same time, they'll be developing low-pressure area over the south-central U.S. And again, it could result in some shower activity, rain shower activity on Monday ahead of the cold front, and then colder air moves in for Monday night and Tuesday and Wednesday, and that's when we'll have to watch low pressure down across the southeast U.S. It could stay south of the mid-Atlantic region, still too early to write it off. By the way, there could be some severe weather as well early next week across the southeast U.S. with that cold air to the north and west and still warm conditions in the southeastern U.S. That could result in some severe weather outbreak early next week in the southeast U.S. So a very active weather pattern. A heavy rain event today for the mid-Atlantic region and quite unstable on Friday as a second piece of energy rotates into the mid-Atlantic region, the northeast U.S. Expect gusts up to 40 miles per hour or so and numerous snow and or rain showers throughout the northeast U.S. on Friday afternoon and Friday evening. That's it for now. For PerspectaWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.